these two teams, and you're kind of going in with maybe different motivation to play, right? Like maybe one of these teams is maybe there's some bad blood, or you really want to beat them, or you're just hungry to get a win and get on the board even if it doesn't end up getting you to stay in Div 1 or approaching the major or anything. And the stakes here for Wildcard is if they win, they need to beat them again, because then they get a tie for second to last. So there's a potential for a lot of games. As far as the drafts go, I'm happy with what Fear said, because I really agree with that. I think this is not a particularly bad Lycan game. I think sometimes people hone, or focus too much on one aspect of a hero and one counter matchup. And yeah, the Bloodseeker Rupture is annoying, but I actually think Lycan is good against pretty much everything else, especially Silencer hates this matchup, and Witch Doctor too. So we'll see. Wildcard, the winless team out of the two so far in the division. Obviously, that's why they need to grab this win in order to force a tie. And with the stand-in at Xantic, let's see how it works out. Sometimes swapping out a player can breathe in some new life into a team that isn't doing too well. You're going to have some more energy. We'll see how it goes.
Well, DNA was actually taking a lot of damage here on the Bloodseeker. Nice micro already from MSS with the body block of the Wolves.
What do you think about the role swap?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of going to ask you the same question, because MSS just takes over. Lil Nick now playing Pos 4. Poor old Lil Nick, he started off as a mid laner, went to Pos 3, now he's Pos... I mean, next season he's probably just Pos 5, and after that maybe just coach. I'm not sure. It's
And then caster.
Hey.
You know the whole path.
Yeah.
The path of despair that we all walk. When did you play Pos 1?
Oh, yeah. It was a long time ago. Oh, not quite at your level, Syndrome. Not quite at yours.
Well, Fear has been through a decent chunk of this, I guess. What roles did Fear actually play? So I know he played carry predominantly, right? Do you remember him playing other roles than carry, actually?
I think didn't he play Pos 5 at one point?
He might. I feel like I remember him playing a bit of 5, and he's also coached. So he's done his due diligence in order to deserve to work with us. So that's good.
I mean, you live for like 60 years. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Goodness me.
Fear might make a comeback.
You never know.
You never know.
I've seen weirder things, that's for sure.
Nobody's truly retired in Dota, right? This just doesn't happen.
Let's start off with the mid lane, shall we? You've got Xantic against Red 2. So there's a stand-in on the mid lane. Of course, the Ember vs SF matchup. Who do you really favor here, Sindrit?
It's a massively SF favorite matchup. It's one of Ember's absolute worst, because... Oh, I see Xantic doing some decent damage here to Red. So the problem for Ember in this lane is Flame Guard gets pierced by Shadow Fiend very easily, and your way of getting CS, aside from sneaking a CS here and there with Slight, you have to reach the wave, and then you can just get Raze comboed and take tons of harass as
top lane.
Yes, this is a surprising outcome, to say the least, that they both die together. It's one thing if one player dies in this lane, but Lycan and Snapfire getting killed by a lane with no stuns and arguably one of the weakest slows in the game is quite surprising. And now Samson bottom as well, almost dying here to speed and moves.
Yeah, already off to
not a good start.
Pretty terrible start here for Wildcard. Great start for 5RAT. And we'll see how they try to recover from this one. I mean, you're the safe lane of 5RAT right now. You're sitting very happy finding those 2 kills. Giant. I mean, this lane is kind of annoying, right? Like for the Snapfire and the Lycan, like against the Silencer Bloodseeker, it doesn't seem like the most fun time in the world.
It's not the best, but it's also not terrible. I think Wildcard, something must have gone wrong in the first couple of waves that I didn't notice, because I don't think MSS here should be sitting on 5 CS minute 3. You can pull the wave. Silencer can't really do much about that if you go and do that with Snapfire or with Lycan or with the Wolves. And as far as overall damage goes, yeah, Bloodseeker has really high base damage, but you have yourself and your Wolves. You can combine as well with Snapfire taking the range creep with Scatterblast, etc. So, yeah, they've just been outplayed. That's all there is to it.
Right. That's the thing is, I mean, these guys did just swap roles, so, you might be kind of mixing up things here a little bit.
MSS forgot how to hit creeps, is what you're saying? I don't know about that.
I mean,
nobody forgets how to hit creeps.
It's either that or Lil Nick forgot how to pull the large camp,
Yeah, it could be.
Lil Nick.
Decent harass here. Actually, we'll take the full damage. He takes the curse and the last word damage as well as the blood right. Tried to dodge it, but ended up getting hit by everything anyway. And now he's going to get bullied by DNM. And DNM could actually just full-on run him down here.
And he probably just will. DNM.
Yep.
Oh, Lil Nick forgetting he's not a core. He doesn't have the far more the levels. And DNM will take another kill here on the Bloodseeker. Meanwhile, mid lane at Xantic, getting jumped. Did already pop the Sleight of Fist. Moves is in with the Snowball and the Shards out. It's not going to be enough, though.
Oh, they have to mega rotate here, though. They TP both supports mid. Samson first to try to save Xantic, which was successful, and then secondly, Lil Nick will TP in for a bottle refill. So they're definitely trying to give Xantic better conditions, but as it stands, he's still getting bullied really hard in this lane. He's 17 for 0 against the 24 and 8 on Shadowfiend. They're even going to help him now by Disruptor full-on laning here. Okay, maybe looking for an attempted kill here. This could be big. They'll find the glimpse.
Nice glimpse back from Sammy. Red in big trouble at Xantic. They will find the kill. Sammy, he'll be very happy with that. Murs, he'll stick around the mid lane and maybe just soak some XP. No glimpse available for Sammy to bring him back anyway.
Oh, yeah, Red 2 needs to be careful here with how he TPs into the lane now, because now that Samson's already been here, I'd like to see him stay a little bit longer on Disruptor and try to get a base glimpse on the Shadowfiend, because that effectively gets Ember completely back in the game. The kill is nice, but he has to walk all the way back to base, so Shadowfiend will get an advantage.
Lil Nick? Oh, no.
Oh, he killed a courier, right?
Yeah, he did.
All right.
I mean, he really showed that courier, but well, DNM showed him. It's now 3-0-1 for the Bloodseeker here in the safe lane. And, you know, Syndra, usually I'm a hater of POS 1 Bloodseeker. Like, I really hate this hero. But with a start like this, I mean, it seems like it's going to be a great game. As bot lane, well, Sammy's going to get trapped in the shards. He'll go down as well. I don't know, like, you give a start like this to DNM, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's a very snowbally hero by nature, so obviously if you do well in lane in the beginning and you have a good matchup, you are primed for a great game. And it's not just him who's doing well, right? Shadowfiend is having a good time, although he got ganked once, he's still ahead of the Ember by a decent amount. And the offlane Witch Doctor also will be, you know, just free farming against Naga carry. Can't really do anything about him. Just switch on the heal, you use your mana boots, and you kill the illusions over time when they try to get CS.
Giant. Pop the stick charges, Fairy Fire. Wolves still going though, he will drop. Red 2 unable to really help him out. Did it bother you at all, by the way, Syndra, that I hate Bloodseeker POS 1?
No, I mean, everybody has their preferences. I think the hero, I don't know when you say you hate it, if you think it's not good or if you don't like playing against it. I think it's very good with the right game.
I know you do, because you used to play it a lot.
This is the right game. Did I?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, time to check my profile. Let's see how many games I have on Bloodseeker.
Not POS 1, I think you used to play it mid.
Oh, I've played some offlane Bloodseeker.
Okay.
Predominantly,
all right.
I think. That when it was a thing for a bit. All right, I have a pretty good win rate. 58%. That was surprisingly good.
That's the two heroes I remember. Bloodseeker and Night Stalker with you back in the day.
I have not played Bloodseeker in a pro game, I think.
What?
A single time.
Oh, well, this is embarrassing.
I don't think so. I mean, I do think it's embarrassing, but I don't think I've played it. I don't remember. Maybe you're right. Maybe I've played it once or twice, but it's definitely not been one of my most played heroes.
Moving on.
Snowball.
Moose. In trouble. Sammy's going to get caught out. And here we go, Sammy. Really no escape. He's going to go down. Top lane in the meantime. Rupture was there, I believe, onto MSS, but he'll just stand his ground along with Lil Nick, so DNM cannot really continue. But
and
he
the thing about that kill they got on the Silencer mid was that they rotated their Lycan and Snapfire off the top lane to kill a support in the river. So now DNM is level 7 against a level 4 Lycan. Like, this top lane is extremely lopsided.
MSS.
Are they going to try? I don't even know if they can beat this guy 1v3. Let's see.
He couldn't possibly man up.
Ah, they probably can.
Okay. I mean, DNM.
We'll see. Yeah, oh, you hit the cookie. All right, that's important. But
Nice cookie. Wolves block as well. Moose going to show up. DNM casually just running out of there as Moose is just manning up here by himself. And now the thirst is really going to make DNM run fast as he comes back in for Sammy. Kiting in and out is DNM.
They could indeed not kill him 1v3. And then Tusk came in and then they actually died one as well. He was out. He didn't even need help, I think. He was actually going to survive. Here comes Red 2 with a raise combo onto Lil Nick. Nice and easy. Yeah, this... I'm going to go ahead and say here that before this series today, I was bold and I was like, all right, I'm going to predict Wildcard to win this series. I feel like that, you know, they still have something to prove. They're going to be in better form today. You know, whatever I kept telling myself. So far, not so good.
Xantic I mean, he's looking good right now in the mid lane.
He's going to die.
Oh, he is going to die. Never mind.
But he might be looking good, though.
I mean, he looks fantastic. He's a handsome lad, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Moves? Chance?
Ooh.
Not on point.
Barely off. Yeah, I don't know. I felt... I just had this vibe, you know, like Wildcard, all right, they want to prove themselves today, and, well, this is not it for now.
No.
They find a pick onto Giant once again with the Wolves in the mid lane, so get a kill onto the Silencer, but there's a lot of ground to cover. You're against a tempo lineup, and you've lost all 3 lanes, and the enemy team can effectively take massive advantage of the fact that you've picked Lycan and Naga in the same strategy, so you have 2 heroes that kind of overlap in weaknesses, which is AoE damage or... enemy team just grouping up, right? These heroes like skirmishes, they like if the fight gets fragmented and they can pincer the supports. But if 5RAT are strong enough and they have auras, you've got some significant damage issues on Wildcard. It's actually an incredible Crimson Guard game now that I look at this. I think the Witch Doctor should buy that this game. It's currently going Greaves. Like, look at it. It's like Lycan, there's Ember Slight, there's Naga Illusions. Moose?
Yeah, caught out.
He is probably gonna survive, I think. He has 10 sticks and a wave to snowball on.
Oh boy. He
Yeah,
just
he's okay.
casually gets out of there.
Yep.
It's so rough. Like, they're just finding nothing on the side of Wildcard as they are going to smoke
They
up
smoke
again.
under a ward.
Oh, no.
This is not good. Speed should know this is coming. He's still gonna get glimpsed, though. He had no path away from this.
Nice glimpse. Chains are out. They'll lock him down, and they should have the kill, but Death Ward is there. He's going to try and fight back, but Speed does go down.
Didn't get the Maledict off.
Sadly. Unfortunate. It was only level 1.
It's not gonna come for free.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Sammy's gone.
And MSS has to TP away. He got ruptured and dove by DNM. So he TPs to the tier 2. He will stabilize, but once again, DNM is just running the town up here. Level 9 against level 5. I can't remember the last time in a Division 1 game that I saw this big of a discrepancy in the lane. There was a game the other day where, I think it was in EU, a Darkseer was also really far behind, like level 4 against 7 or something, but this is pretty extreme circumstances. Lil Nick,
No.
gonna maybe find a cookie here if you wanted to. All right, well, they're rotating over some heroes, but they're not really bringing the damage, and Witch Doctor's just healing everybody up.
And he certainly is. There's just so much heal coming in from Speed.
Now Lil Nick is gonna die.
He certainly is going to die. Lil Nick's gone.
Fortunately for Wildcard, there's no rupture, so at least the other heroes can run away, but I mean, look at this Witch Doctor. He'll literally just counting their entire lineup, right? Like, all they have is this spread damage, and they have some single target if Lycan gets big enough, but guess what? He's having an awful game, so... Yeah, it feels like if Wildcard, or if 5RATFORCESTAFF just group up their 5 heroes and go for an objective, it's hard for Wildcard to really do anything about it.
It's a very rough scenario right now for Wildcard. Like, I'm kind of
Samson, he's okay.
looking for the saving grace at the moment for Wildcard. Like, I looked at UR and I thought maybe this Naga Siren's got a lot of farm going, but it's not even the case yet.
No.
So it's tough.
And it's also not a free Naga game, even if he was having a good game, right? There's Shadow Fiend has a lot of AoE damage. Bloodseeker is okay because he wants to buy Maelstrom and Mjolnir, right? And or Gleipnir, it's also an amazing item against the Naga. We've already covered how the Witch Doctor is a decent hero against it as well. So yeah, it's tough times for Wildcard, man. It's not been their season. That's really the story. They've had a rough time. They've got a couple of games here and there, but they haven't won a series. And by the looks of it, this is not going to be the turning point. At least not in game number 1. This recovering this takes some serious dexterity, I think I will call it.
Dexterity's a word, that's for sure.
They need to navigate the map really well and find some key moments where ideally they split up 5RAT so that Lycan and Naga can pincer heroes and kill them, or Ember can find like a little pick off here or there. They get to play on glimpse. But as it stands right now, 5RAT are generally bringing 3 or 4 heroes together while the Bloodseeker farms, and they can probably win the 4v5. So it's tough.
It's very tough, and like DNM's getting towards that BKB now, and I feel like once the BKB's up, he's just going to join his team, and it's going to be so tough for Wildcard to even have a chance to fight back, because they are going to smoke up now. 5RAT, smoke broken by Xantic. Red will show himself mid lane, would love a chance at the Ember again, but they'll ignore him for now. They'll head up top where Yawara is trying to farm on the Naga Siren. Like you are, might just back off at the right time. Don't think he'll go for an extra creep wave.
Don't think they could have killed him anyway with just Tuscan Silencer. I think he's tanky enough to handle that if he tread swaps and uses his wand. He just needs to survive the global and he can song and get out, so. But doesn't matter. He doesn't get caught by the smoke. Yawar with the awareness gets away. But the silver lining here, oh, hang on, glimpse.
Ah, that kind of helped him.
Yeah, well, he tried to prevent the dewarding with that glimpse.
At the very least, they protected the Obs Ward. It was
Yeah.
just a sentry going down.
That's true. It's the little victories.
Yeah.
Need a couple of those, Mike.
You certainly do, Cinder. I'm aware. Trust me. Oh, 5RAT. Bottom lane, looking at MSS now.
He's going to get ruptured here.
There's no real escape, is there? Blood right, stun, death ward, everything.
Global here to protect against the rotation, which I think was probably well worth it here. They will get glimpsed, though.
Yeah, speed. He's still healing so much.
He has mech and 20 on the one. They're not even close to killing this guy. 20 locket, mech, raindrop. And, well, the cavalry has arrived. So there goes the Helm of the Dominator creep.
It's just so sad to watch, honestly, right now. 4-13, AK advantage. Wildcard, they're trying their absolute best to put up a fight here against 5RAT, but it's just such a one-sided affair. And I think it really does go back to the offlane of Wildcard. Like, this Lycan Snapfire of just... I don't want to say they did nothing, but the problem is they did something that wasn't very good, which is feeding the Bloodseeker. And well, he's not even involved in these fights at the moment. He's just chilling. It's very concerning.
And this tandem of Witch Doctor Shadowfiend is actually really good at taking towers against this lineup because Witch Doctor can keep the wave alive for really, really long with his heal. And SF does significant physical damage, so they're going to take the tower together. Minute 15. They somehow managed to lose it to the creeps. What can you do? Unlucky, but
What can you do?
it's still an objective taken out.
Moose?
They found Moose.
He does waste his TP, gets chained immediately, but is still going to go for a bit of a run. There's 8 stick charges for himself, but surely just goes down.
Seeds of Serenity as well.
like that's an actual item. Goodness me.
Could have tried.
It's the worst neutral item I've seen since the neutral items came out, honestly. So bad.
It has its moments. It really does. It works on creeps. Did you know?
Oh, very good.
You can use it for pushing tier 1 tower. A little bit.
Thank you for that, Cinder.
It's not great. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that getting improved a little bit. Oh, Static Storm combo onto red too, and he's just TPing.
Oh, nice chains.
Zantic got there.
Nice change from Zantic.
That's a big kill. It's like a 1,500 gold swing or something because of how far ahead Shadowfiend is. Okay, 1k. He loses 200. They get 700.
They need it.
They need a couple of those. MSS has used his ult. I'm not sure what the reasoning was. If he thought he was getting ganked and he wanted to run away before Bloodseeker connected, but that's a shapeshift down for a minute and a half, so no plays available for Wildcard out of their offlaner. And I wonder what they're going to do now, right? Because the game is in this awkward state where they can't really fight, but they also their ganks are limited to effectively 3 heroes, right? Oh, there's a rupture.
Sammy
is going to get snowballed.
not going to get out. Even the glimpse not pushing him back thanks to the snowball of Moose. Poor old Sammy just copping it here. Is 6-14 now. DNM picking his 7th kill of the game now. Mid lane. Zantic. Cask will land. Melodic is there. Global Silence.
Illu Rune, nicely done.
Illusion Rune was available though. A little bit unlucky for 5RAT.
I mean, they could have checked.
Oh, wait,
They knew he had it. If they would have checked. And then that play doesn't exist, but... That's a pretty good trade. Global Silence for an Illusion Rune. I'll take that if I'm Wildcard. Let's see if they can take advantage of this. Because now that Global's down, you have a little bit more leeway. Now Snapfire can use her ulti when it's up. And combining Snap, Disruptor, and Ember with some Lycan Wolves and maybe a Dom Creep using his ult could lead to a fight. We're going to try on Speed here.
He's not an easy target, but they're
4v1.
gonna give it a crack. Speed, he still has the mech. They'll stun him up. The snowball's gonna buy a bit of time. Speed's still going. Oh, they'll finally take him out. I think he actually turned the heal off at the last moment. Nevertheless, a 1-for-1. Definitely a bit of a win here for Wildcard, and they'll take it. They just need to get out of this.
MSS doesn't have boots. Oh my.
Yeah, he's gone. Still red.
Some good damage here. No global, so
It certainly
Red's in
is.
trouble.
Red's gone. And Xantic takes the kill. Tips are out from MSS's Lil Nick now. He might go down, but I'd still call this a win for the side of Wildcard.
That's up for debate. It's a win relative to other things that have happened. You're actually right. They gained like 500 gold, but, you know, that's all right.
Nobody likes a negative Nancy syndrome.
I mean, I'm positive for the other team.
That's true.
Xantic. All right, he just barely got the mana now to TP out of bottom. Could have potentially got scary if he went for another wave with so little mana. Then DNM could have maybe run him down, but he's going to refill.
Sammy.
Yeah, he's caught again. He's dead again.
Poor old Sammy. Tips out again here from Giant. I think Red's going to find himself a double damage rune, and I mean, with an SF with a DD, it's kind of rough to go against. Here we go. He'll take it for himself. See what he can make happen with this. It does seem like 5RAT just kind of want to run them down here on the side of Wildcard, and here we go. Moose, he's going to find one. At Xantic.
Okay. That was just a freebie from Giant. Literally just walked into him and died to slight chains.
Nice.
That's a little bit of a helping hand.
Any little bit helps here.
Yawar's closing in on Orchid. I'm curious to see, because something we saw from Wildcard in previous series this season that was far from ideal was that Yawar was just farming up a lot of items and then they never really got to use them and then they lost. So I hope with this build that he's going to be more involved in that. You know, they can set each other up pretty well. You have Ensnare Orchid to really help your Ember and your Lycan go to town. Samson's going to die again.
He certainly is.
That's his 9th. So he has died as many times as his team has made kills.
Oh, good.
At this point. Sorry for being negative, Nancy. It's good for the other team. They've killed him a lot. Well done, 5RAT. And they will be grabbing themselves an Aegis here for Red 2 with that double damage. Very quick with double damage tag team. And now they're going to take over the triangle. And this is where, okay, this is the true challenge now for Wildcard is orchestrating a fight under these conditions because they're not going to be able to avoid it. You can play keep away as much as you want in this game. They're coming for your base. So fortunately for Wildcard, 5RATFORCESTAFF, as Fear pointed out in the panel, have had some serious issues going high ground reliably. So maybe they're going to drop the ball a little bit. Maybe you find a good disrupt royalty from Song if they stack up too much, or, you know, a little poke and prod from the Ember could maybe lead to something, but let's see. They're not giving it to them just yet. They're going to take the tier 1. Looks like they're potentially also aiming for the tier 2 here with Red 2.
I mean, why not, right? He's got the Aegis up. He's feeling just so confident right now. It's Red 2. He will indeed go after the tier 2 top tower.
It's an interesting voice line to use when you're 0 and 6. Oh, he's also 0 and 6 in the game. I meant in the division.
Oh, no.
They're going for the double dip, Lil Nick. All right.
Oh. I miss PPD. I really do. I wish he was still playing. Here we go. Sammy can't catch a break. He'll go down.
Well, the silver lining here is he's used to it at this point, right? There's diminishing returns on dying. I can tell you that much from games. Like, at some point, it's just like, oh, well, it's just another one, you know? He knows he's not worth very much gold. He's trying to get some vision and information for his team to farm up, and the fact that they're collapsing on him with this many heroes and killing him off, he probably doesn't feel too bad about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's pretty trivial at this point to kill him, but also the reward is very, very uninteresting.
You are?
Yeah, he's under a ward, but he will get out of there.
Yeah, the one thing I'm upset about with this these deaths on Sammy is, like, if he didn't get that first kill, we could have actually been playing for the Malk award here for old Sammy, but
That's true.
can't get it now with that one kill he's got.
Maybe little Nick will get there.
Oh, true. You did just bring that up.
I mean, going 0-20 on Snapfire would be incredible. This hero has a really easy time finding kills when it is involved, so you need to be really unlucky to not find like one kill with Scatter Blast or more kisses, right?
That's fair.
But I mean, he's a third of the way there. I don't see it personally.
Not an easy award to achieve, that's for sure.
It's not. Has it ever happened since in a pro game? I think it hasn't.
I don't think it... I mean, it was such an impressive feat by old Malk.
Yeah.
I miss that guy too, actually, now that we bring him
Legend
up.
of the game.
It really was. No, just take it easy for now. 5RAT just setting up for maybe high ground, but I think it's maybe a little bit too early. Still 23 minutes in.
I mean, I think they're capable, to be honest, because of the Witch Doctor. I think they can sustain themselves enough. They have the Aegis. The Shadow Fiend hits it really hard. He has the level 15 talent. The presence against buildings will give -6. So, trying for the Manta Dodge. They're cute, but irrelevant. Oh, Ember. Global.
Oh, he got silenced. Global was
They
there.
have okay, well, this is a... Yeah, okay, they were not in position to do this. Well, that's a global out the window. So
That's a start.
That's a start for Wildcard. Where is Naga? Naga is just letting them take the base. He is not coming back. Yawar feels like he needs to farm his heart as well. That's going to be the death of Samson, probably. He's going to die to the curse.
He will.
And this is going to be Elena Barracks. Naga is not showing up. They will concede this one. They feel like they can't fight. I can't fully blame them for it. I feel like this fight would be really hard to take, but the problem is... Now you just threw kisses away as well. Now they can just go for another lane.
Oh, it's a big mess here in the Radiant base. Silence's there. Not going to be quite enough to deal with the Ember, but it won't matter. They found the bot racks basically for free. In fact, they got more than they anticipated with the kisses and everything else being expended. And,
I mean, with the amount of resistance they were just met with, just go mid, right? Like,
yeah.
It looks like Wildcard are uninterested in taking this fight until Naga has heart, and... It's still going to be a little while. Oh, they found Red. He's stuck around, tried for the Manta Dodge again, failed it another time. It's a pretty narrow window. Good BKB usage, though.
Yeah, but Xantic's got his own. Remnant's away. Remnant's back in. Tries to go up the speed. Wants that Witch Doctor gone first, but he's dealing way too much damage on Red too. Red will back off. Static Storm will lock him in with the kinetic field, so they've got speed trapped up, but he's still just kind of healing through it.
So healthy. He still has the sticks. Now Greaves already again.
Oh, this hero, man, it just...
It's fine.
It's too much.
I will say this game also makes it look probably better than it is in reality. I'm a big fan of this build and this hero, by the way, being played like this, like we saw from Nouns in this Division 1, and we've seen it played by Ace from Gaming Gladiators together with IO as well. I think it can be really cool, but like this is also just an extreme case of the enemy team just does not have meaningful damage, right? They have the one time they piled on him with Naga, they kind of got the job done, but these heroes poking and prodding, that's not how you kill this hero. You need to collapse, you need to overwhelm him, and this healing doesn't get to offset so much damage.
Wildcard, they're not out of the game one yet, but it's... I believe the heart is incoming now for UR, so we'll see if you can actually make any kind of use of that. Bit of split pushing here from MSS as well. So you do have the bonus of this really annoying kind of split pushy draft here from Wildcard. In fact, I said the heart was coming out, but it was the recipe. He still just needs the vitality booster.
There's 700 to go. I mean, you can still, once again, you could go mid as 5RAT. You don't have Aegis now, though, so maybe they're going to take it easy and handle their side lanes. They're killing the Drake top. Moose plus Red, but another one was claimed here by MSS. He took over a Centaur Conqueror, so they didn't get any bounty for that Drake. But at the end of the day, they're going to... You see the drawing on the map right now also coming out from Moose. Push out top wave, we're going to go there. So... whenever you've taken a bottom barracks like this, obviously that lane is always going to be pushing in your favor. So even if Naga is being annoying down here, it's unlikely that she will reach a position where she can start threatening your own base. So if you play mid and top waves now, you push those in, you're effectively controlling the entire map against the lineup you're facing. And then you can look for a smoke kill, or you can look to just straight up go high ground if you want. See what the play of choice will be here for 5RAT. Currently just chilling, playing the enemy triangle, waiting for the top wave to arrive. Wonder if they'll go high ground with this or not. Giant rocking the Veil drums. He's pretty farmed for his standards on the silencer.
Certainly so.
And Tusk is closing in on a BKB with Dagger.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they've got money.
Uh-oh.
Moolah.
You are. He just got his heart. So he's got no buyback gold.
Yeah. Who's is hounding him?
He is. UR does have help around the corner. Nobody joining in. They just know UR. They're going to cancel this TP.
Cancel TP. Yeah, exactly. They're going to go high ground here, and Moose will just try. If Moose gets a TP cancel here on UR, they lose the second lane of barracks because they can't fight without this Naga.
Have they not? They saw him. They know he's here.
It's taking them so long, though.
Oh, no.
They almost lost the top tower already. There's the Orchid, but can't connect. And now, if Naga walks down these stairs, he will actually have eyes on her again. Well, that's the tower gone.
Certainly is. One
All right,
TP.
he's coming back now. So now Yawar ready to do some hero damage once again.
Let's see it happen. I mean, that is if 5RAT stick around. They will, for now. Smoke is
Smoke.
there. You are still frontlining for the team. Ensnare is out, but he's still just hitting the racks. Song is there to set up. Static Storm could be very nice from Sammy onto 3. They're going to try Wolfform pop. No, they'll go for the backside. They'll try for the silencer. Make sure there's no global silence, but the heals are incoming. They can't kill him. He's full HP. He's just full HP thanks to speed. Oh, and Yua's gone.
Why did they
I don't
drop
know.
everything on the silencer?
I think they just wanted to get rid of global silence.
Yeah, I understand that, but like you said, there was a 3-hero setup Static Storm, right?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe 2 of them had BKB, so maybe the play didn't exist regardless, but that setup is just, like, even if you kill him, so what, right? You use Song, you use Static, you use additional spells, and you don't even know if he has buyback global either, which he did. So the global would have not been taken out of play regardless. Heal, says Red, that's correct. Very
Spady's the
observant of you.
Very good.
That's Megas.
It is indeed Megas. Lil Nick's in. Double Cookie is
Lil
there.
Nick's out
Lil
to the
Nick.
graveyard.
Bye-bye, Lil Nick. Might be time to make that call, boys. Silence is there on Tamu. He is still just perfectly fine to walk away, it seems. The speed is not letting the man die. No soldier left behind, it seems, as 5RAT, they'll just go back in. Exantic, he's gone. No buyback on him. GG's called.
GG.
They've had enough.
Well,
Not much to say about that one, Syndra.
no, there just isn't, right? I mean, like we said when we were setting the stage for this has not been a good season for Wildcard, right? But I dare I say this has been their worst individual game they've played. Like this was